I'm taking a few minutes to do a quick update for this week, mostly because I'm struggling with my English essay, and it kind of seems like now would be a good time to take a break. It is Friday, and I believe it's August 5th, and things are kind of just going along, ending up with more and more free time because I have now finished, for sure, all the assignments in my government class. I'm actually a week ahead of schedule on getting that class done, so not everything's graded. I'm waiting for 3 grades from the instructor on that class, but I mean, as I mentioned earlier this week, I'd be really, really surprised if I still don't get an A in that class. So that leaves just English, which is, beginning English composition, and classes end, the wrap-up of the class is next Thursday, so I'm just under a week to do our final essay, and all the assignments over the next 5 to 7 days are all about that particular essay, and this essay is an argument essay. And the thing that I'm really struggling with is I'm a really moderate individual. In my opinion, I have very few strong feelings about anything. I've been that way my whole life, I think, because I don't like confrontation. It was much easier to leave a relationship or leave a situation than to deal with the confrontation that might come from that. So that's sort of been my personal situation, but even in my life in general, I just choose not to argue about stuff. I don't want to argue about stuff. It's just too negative. So when you're a middle-of-the-road or moderate individual and you end up in a situation where you have to write a paper that is based on an argument, it's hard. So they gave us so many topics to choose from, and I was trying to, one of the things that they're looking for is, something that maybe has touched you or that you were somehow been involved with or that you can relate personal stories to. And I'm sure I have plenty of things. If I really dig deep, somewhere back in my history, there must have been a cause I wanted to, fight for. But I'm not sure if it's just where I'm at in my situation that I'm just struggling with finding something. So my initial reaction when I read the list was to choose culture of beauty, which is one of the arguments, papers, topics. And that relates to things like beauty pageants and beauty in the media and anything that relates to how we view looks in our society. And I feel like this is a paper I can probably write. I mean, it's just heavily weighted on grade, and so I'm just concerned because I need to make sure I get my B in this class. But I feel like I have some perspective. When I was younger, I was in Miss Teen USA, and then I did Miss Gallatin Valley. I've struggled with how I've looked my whole life. I've had a much dimmer view of how I look and have looked than other people have. It's taken me a long time and I struggle with it a lot still, about the perception of beauty and what other people think is attractive, and even how I view other people. And then as we've gotten older, how that media is affecting us in what we see. Age plays a lot into that too, but in general, it's about how we've created a culture of what's beautiful and what's not, and beautiful people, that you're only of value in this world if you're a beautiful person. Case in point, one of the things that kind of pushed me to choose this topic is that as I was scrolling my Facebook, one of the pages I follow, which is a travel magazine page, I had a little blurb about the cities where the 10 most beautiful people live. And I thought, right off the bat, why should that even matter to us? it's supposed to be about the most beautiful places we visit in a travel magazine, not where I can go and either feel shamed by the most beautiful people or be money grubbing and trying to find beautiful people. That's the message out there, that these are where the most beautiful people are. And the sad part is that little blurb means something to somebody, and it matters to them. I guess they won't find me there, and even if they did, I'm not attractive enough to be there. So it did actually strike a chord with me, and then I got to thinking about how I felt personally being in pageants and what I think of children being in pageants, and just sort of, I guess because I felt like I had a personal feeling about how I felt about myself and how I might look and have looked my whole life, the last 50 years of my life, that I could probably have something to say. So chose the topic and took a break to do this video to tell you that I chose the topic and I'm spinning. I've got to post a discussion board tonight about just some of the pros and the cons, and I'm having a really hard time harnessing in the information I've been reading about into some solid pros and cons to come up with a thesis statement that's going to be my final paper. And I have to do well on the final paper to get at least a B. I'm still hanging on to that A, but quite frankly, I turned in my last paper last night, and I think it's just hard, honestly, to take a class like this in a really fast path situation. Part of me has always been sort of reactionary, so okay, I have X amount of days, and I might still procrastinate a little and then jam it out, and I do okay. So if I took it over a full semester, would I actually procrastinate anyway? Maybe. Feeling just a little distracted by everything and knowing that now I'm down to this one class and I need to finish this class, and then I've got a couple of weeks. I won't lie, something else that's on my mind today. Class will finish on the 11th. New classes don't start until the 29th. So I've got almost a full 3 weeks of free time because I'm not working, and I'm sort of, I have stuff to do. I have to work on the website. I've really got to finish working on the content for that. I've got just loose ends in general that knowing I'm going to be moving out of here in November, that I should be working on and organizing and doing some things. It's not that I don't have things to do. I'm struggling with the fact that I'm here alone and need to focus on those things. Also, when I was organizing last weekend, I found the whole stacks of papers of writing that I've started and projects that I've started, all related to writing, that I'm finding hard to focus here in this apartment. And I know in my gut I've been putting some things off, getting my Georgia driver's license, updating my car tags, and I'm not even sure why, honestly. So I think sometimes we get so much going on in our head that we just get stuck. And honestly, I told you I would share with you how I was feeling as this process was going along, and today I'm stuck. I'm not overly worried about anything. I'm not overly stressed about anything. Bills are paid. School's okay. I have projects to do. I'm just stuck today. I'm just stuck. I think I need to, but I was looking earlier at maybe bopping back up to Montana for a couple weeks in August here. Maybe going to Phoenix for a week too. I don't know, going somewhere where I change of scenery and I can take some of this with me and work on it there, because I'm really starting to think that my frame of mind is such that I need that outside stimulus to continue to keep me excited and continue to keep me moving forward. And being home alone so much, not cutting it at all. I need people around me to keep, not their job to focus me, because I can focus really well, but to keep giving me inflow of good information and inspiration, and just, meeting someone for lunch and being excited about their world and getting out of your own head. And I guess my thought was, if I took, with my classes being online, if I took another month and went up to Montana, visited and stayed with Mom. I got so much done when I was there before. We could finish working on the website. I could work on some of these writing projects. I could go over to the college and explore that some more. I'm really seriously considering their online program for spring, and then deferring enrollment in these other colleges until fall. It might give me an opportunity to do some work as well. I don't know. Can you see? Can you see it? This is why I'm talking to you all, because I'm clearly, without a doubt, very distracted today. So the good news is I did get up at a decent time. I did take the dog for a walk. I did my 22 push-up challenge for veterans. I'm focused on other menial tasks. Just not focused on this essay. The struggle is real, people. Today, the struggle is real. So I am going to work very hard to not look back after this video is posted, because I'm not going that way. I'm going a different way. I think, as the quote says, don't look back. You're not going that way. So have a wonderful weekend. This is a very random posting, not a lot other than probably the one message I would say is we all have days where we're just not that focused. We get easily distracted. We're struggling with the assignment. We're still have thousands of things spinning in our head when we're going through the journey. And, a little part of me is wondering, a year from now, will I be posting the same kind of video to you telling you that I'm distracted even when I'm in school full time? Somewhere? Probably. And I need to push to try to get my associates done by the end of December, so I need to ramp up some thoughts on that as well. But anyway, I want you to have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to work on getting some content for the video, or not for the video, for the website and Facebook. Start give you guys some more ideas about what's going on. And I think that what I would tell you is I appreciate that you're all here and listening. Honestly, it really, really, really helps me to be accountable to you. So I'm here for you. We're in it together. I look forward to the continued journey. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.